Okay, so in this video segment, we're going to go over how you can utilize ChatGPT for your job search. And we're going to go over the four-step framework, each module and lesson, and how ChatGPT can be utilized. So listen up. All right. So I'm going to share my screen and showcase the four-step framework that we have for MPH. And that's going to go over resume, LinkedIn optimization, job search strategy, as well as interview prep. This is the ChatGPT prompts that you should be using for your job search. I'm going to go over it one by one. Okay, so first things first, let's go over the resume revamp, how to use this for your resume. Firstly, you're going to learn how to craft a sample resume based on the job description. And how you do this is open up ChatGPT like you do right here. And you're going to paste in this example prompt, right? So how to craft a sample resume. You take this example prompt and you copy it in here into ChatGPT. Then you're basically saying, I want you to act as a professional resume writer. Write me 4 resume experience bullet points based on this job description. And you have the job description in brackets right there that you can insert. And the parenthesis is how many resume bullet points you want. Typically 4 to 5 is totally fine. I wouldn't go over that, but if you need maybe like 6 or 7 perhaps, but I think 4 for this example is totally fine. Then figure out a job that you're aiming for. So for example, I'm going to go over to LinkedIn and search for a basic sales role from the jobs tab right here. Okay, so if you're targeting a sales role, go ahead and type that in just for an example. We're going to take except Canada, we'll do United States for the majority of you. Oops, that is not populating for some reason. There you go. Cool. So this is in the United States. We have sales role. And the first one that kind of popped out for me was this American Express one. So what I would do is highlight the entire job description as well as the about the job section. Okay. So up until this point right here, you don't need the required skills. So go ahead and copy that, go back to ChatGPT, insert that within the brackets and paste and let it go. Look at that. So here are 4 bullet points that it generated off that job description alone. The first one is successfully generated new sales and opportunities through outbound prospecting using Salesforce, cold calling, and email, facilitating smooth handoffs. Awesome. So you can literally take these bullet points and plug it into the resume template that we provided for you. It should be on your resource links. Feel free to click on that. Moving on, how to optimize your resume. So you can paste and copy this entire block right here. And paste it into ChatGPT. And it's going to be asking ChatGPT to act as a professional resume reviewer. I will provide you with the resume and I want you to provide me feedback on it, including feedback on the following points, right? And it's this criteria right here. What appropriate sections to add, how to make my resume easier to scan, what kind of numbers and metrics, and what type of action verbs you should use. So I would take a sample resume, and I'm going to use mine as an example. Okay. Right here. And to not overwhelm the system, I would just use the first chunk. So go off of the most recent experience, then work your way down or work your way from down to up. And then I would just paste this in right here after you click enter. Yep. So it's asking that it does acknowledge and it wants you to paste your resume. So go ahead and paste that right in there. And it's going to give you feedback on your resume. Look at how intuitive that is. Super easy. Yep. That's that. And the next section, how to create a summary section from your experience section in your resume. So some people may want a summary on top of their resume. This is totally optional in my opinion. But if you're lacking any experience or projects and you want to fill up your resume, this is definitely a great opportunity to help you fill that so that you can give a summary for the recruiters looking at your resume. So again, go ahead and copy and paste this in to ChatGPT. Right. And once you have that, go ahead and copy and paste the section of your resume. And let's try to take a bigger chunk of your resume. So I'm going to go ahead and use maybe up until this point right here. Okay. So I copied most of my resume, and I'm going to input that into ChatGPT to give me a summary. Let's see. Wow. Experienced full cycle tech recruiter and technical outbound sourcer with a proven track record of consistently meeting KPIs, OKRs, hitting hiring goals for cloud domains and engineering teams at Google, Uber, and other tech companies. It's amazing. So I wouldn't really copy and paste this. I would, try to rephrase this so it makes it sound more natural for you, so that when you're interviewing, and you were to get called out, it's something that you personally, written, or it sounds more like you versus, AI writing it for you. Okay. So that's that. And moving on to section D, how to figure out what skills and keywords to use on your resume based on a job description. Okay, so let's just say you're confused. You're looking at a job description and you're trying to figure out how to create like a fire resume. And you're not sure what to put on your resume, what skills. This is exactly the prompt you should use. So I would go ahead and copy and paste this onto ChatGPT. Click enter. And let's just say you're going into marketing and you're not sure what to put. So go ahead and paste the job description in. Oops. Just the job description right here. And click enter. And it will give you a list of skills and tools necessary to be a good fit for that job. And you can go ahead and utilize these skill sets and tools and input that into your resume. All right. Oh, no, you can also put these skills in your LinkedIn profile. And that would help you rank a little bit higher on the algorithm when someone is searching for you on LinkedIn. Okay, and moving on to E, how to craft a cover letter easily based on the job you're applying for. So writing cover letters is sometimes like a drag in the whole recruiting process and application process. So I know how much time people are going to save using this, but go ahead and enter that right there. And oops, forgot to input, but you can always go back and insert your professional summary right here, as well as the job description. So pretty straightforward. You would get the summary from the summary that ChatGPT created right here previously. You can plug that in right here, insert professional summary right there, and then job description right here. So make sure the job you're applying for is relative towards the summary that you have, right? So let's just try it. If you were to be a recruiter going into marketing, let's just see what it would say. So as we insert the job description for marketing, let's see if it can understand that you want to pivot. Not bad. Definitely proofread this, make sure it makes sense for you. Um, and it does seem like it does mention marketing creatives as well as sales and brand strategy over there. So these are some keywords. This definitely helps cut your application time by, I would say, half, assuming that most companies are requiring cover letters. So definitely use this strategically. Make sure to rephrase a word or two and make sure it's pertaining to the company that you're applying for. Okay. All right. That's it for section 1 on the resume revamp. We'll go into section 2 later. See ya.